interview with Aaron Andrews before the Super Bowl, New England Patriots owner Robert Kraft said, "The hottest thing in life is closing." He said most people can't do the last 5 or 10% of a task. See, often in life, and even more often when we are submitted to God's plan, we don't know how the journey is supposed to end. So there's always a danger that we will stop at the 80% mark or maybe even lower. Those of us that stop at the 80% mark may have submitted to the idea that we can't be or attain greatness. Greatness can occur gradually, or other times it can happen instantaneously. But no matter the case, when you really examine the process of achieving greatness, it is always the sum of minor moments and smaller successes. Having a love and passion for perfecting the small things will make the larger goals possible. Even Mother Teresa once said, "Not all of us can do great things, but we can all do small things with great love." See, the love we have for what we have been called to do should be expressed in our devotion to even the most minuscule tasks. For example, when my stepdad, I remember growing up, we were finishing our basement and we had to carry drywall and lay carpet. We also connected the plumbing and cut the 2x4s, and the rule that he drilled into my head was measure twice, cut once. Measure twice, but cut once. Because we wanted the end result to be perfect and functional, and we took our time during the process. We took care to do the little things well so that the end result would be great. However, had I not told you this and you came to the house to see the basement, many of the little things we did would not be noticeable. And I suppose that's the point. What do you do every day when no one is watching that helps you perfect yourself and perfect your purpose so that when everyone is watching, they see your gift expressed in the best possible light? The goal is to finish. But don't get so focused on finishing quickly that you skip the steps in the process or give up early. And you may have heard clearly from God regarding your assignment or your purpose. You may have also begun to take the necessary steps to reach your goal. You may not realize it, but you've come a long, long way. And if you could see your life from His perspective, you may even be 85% towards completing the task He needs you to complete. But it's at this point that many get frustrated and quit. It may seem like God stopped speaking all of a sudden, but God is so focused. My mentor told me that He won't tell you to do something else until you finish the first thing He told you to do. In other words, He's only on hold because you put Him there. Jonah chapter 1, 1-3, it says this, "Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah, the son of Amittai, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and cry out against it, for their wickedness has come up before me. But Jonah arose to flee to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord. He went down to Joppa and found a ship going to Tarshish, so he paid the fare, went down into it to go with them to Tarshish from the presence of the Lord." Now you know the story. Jonah did the opposite of what he was told to do. He was swallowed by a whale for 3 days, and all of chapter 2 in that book is Jonah crying out to the Lord. The Lord speaks to the whale, tells it to regurgitate Jonah, but notice this, God still hasn't spoken to Jonah. As I stated, He won't tell you to do something else until you do the first thing you were told to do. So in chapter 3, it begins with the first 2 verses like this. "Now the word of the Lord came to Jonah the second time, saying, Arise, go to Nineveh, that great city, and preach to it the message that I tell you." So Jonah arose and went to Nineveh according to the word of the Lord. See, the Lord gave the exact same command. He didn't change His mind. He waited on Jonah to change his. It's time to stop waiting for God to get on our plan, to get on our program, and for us to fully submit to His. Sometimes we, like Jonah, consciously avoid a task or an assignment. It may be due to fear, envy, low self-esteem, lack of faith in our ability, laziness, or forgetfulness. So identify the things that are preventing you from completing that last 5 to 10% of the task and approach each small step along the way with great love. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on all the social media links listed, and make sure you share this with somebody else. And most of all, make today a purpose-filled day. God bless.